Hi, I'm Chad with Move for Guitar. This lesson is from our series Guitar Scales. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how you can play patterns for the whole tone scale. So this lesson, I'm just going to show you patterns that you can play up and down the neck for the whole tone scale so that you can play the scale up and down your whole fretboard. This isn't going to be a lesson about the theory of the whole tone scale or the intervals or anything like that. I just want to make this a quicker lesson that actually shows you how to play it on the fretboard, and there's other lessons that'll talk about the theory and more about the scale. So the way it's going to work, I'm just going to do close-ups of the patterns that I'm going to play, and on the screen you'll see a diagram that matches the patterns. And if you want the actual fingerings that I use, you can download an eGuide. There's a link on the screen. And in this eGuide, it'll show this scale as well as a bunch of other scales, and it'll also give the fingerings that I use. But I don't want to put the fingerings on the screen because a lot of people use different fingerings, and it really depends on your hand and what's most comfortable for you. So the fingerings I use might not work the best for you. You're going to have to try them out and see what works best for you. And there's two different patterns I'm going to show you for this scale. The first one, I'm just going to stay in position. I'm going to play this in the key of G, both of these patterns, and I'm going to stay in position, and this is a pattern that just stays from the 3rd fret through the 7th fret, and you'll be able to see that when I do a close-up. And this pattern can be repeated on every note of the scale. So the whole tone scale starts on every whole step. So if you're starting on G, the next one is A, the next one's B, etc. So this pattern that I show you, the first one, you can just recycle. You can play it starting on G, then you can play it starting on A, you can play it starting on B, and so on. This pattern will just stay the same, and you're going to be able to play the whole tone scale up and down the whole fretboard. The next pattern I'm going to show you is a more horizontal pattern. So instead of going vertically up and down in position, it's going to start on G and go more horizontal across the fretboard, and I'll end it on G. It's a 3-note pattern, so 3 notes per string, except I'll end it on G, which will add an extra 4th note on the first string. And you'll be able to see it, and you'll be able to see the diagram clearly, but it's also a really useful pattern that will get you more distance on the fretboard instead of playing the one pattern over and over again. So I'm just going to do a close-up and start with the first pattern that stays in position.